The crowd has been waiting for this one for a very long time. Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. A man that broke barriers. The one and only Joe Louis. He's 6'2" tall, 181 pounds, one of the best right hands in the business. And he'll be up against the steel hammer himself, Vladimir Klitschko, 198. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, one of the... Making his way to the ring, it is...
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get...
We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Neither fighter willing to slow down. He threw a punch and just got countered. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
There's a counter shot. The straight right just misses. The halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Klitschko in big trouble. Can he make his way out of it? And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And he scores with the counter. That counter punch caught him clean. Was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe, just get your breath back. Just get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible round, that was.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Bury it up a little bit.
He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. You've been coasting for this entire fight, and now you've laid back in.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
The counter lands. counterpunch. Beautiful counterpunch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Back on the job.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Stay focused.
Way better than that guy. You've let him back into the fight. You're not...
Good man, good man. Just same again. Don't change too much.
Out there and win the round.
On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Just misses with the right uppercut. When you're fighting a massive heavyweight like this, you can't go toe-to-toe. You got to stick and move and use angles.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Good counter punching. That left hook missed. Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
I like that, I'm happy. You were thinking,
You can't, and now you're going to go back out there and lose a man. You got to...
don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
Get your mind back, get your focus back, get the jab back. Just boxing, just be smart. Just get your shots off and don't give him anything, all right? Go back out there and win this round. You only lost...
Going back into the fight, great round. Stay focused.
Your mind back on the job. That was a god-awful round, that was.
Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already.
Much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on, get your boxing.
Buries up a little bit so we can't figure you out. Great work.
And that'll do it for the minute break. On to the fourth we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Insane action. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They better start respecting each other's punching powers. This fight has a real good flow to it. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
I love that jab slick.
He switched up. Get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible round.
What you doing? The gap's full up there. You were thinking, you were smart, you were.
You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You're letting him back.
Focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him no free shots.
Time for the 5th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's when...
Oh my, do you believe this? Klitschko is down! Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull him down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
It's not to ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds. But he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
How good your chin is, a punch like that, and you're going down.
I need to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back.
Just first minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking in a few body shots in there. Buries up a little
In his tracks. I need to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, and get that jab back. Just boxing, be smart, get your shots up.
Don't let him back into the fight. Great round. Relax now.
The one round that you lost, don't worry about it. Get your mind back up.
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
To the fight.
And there's the bell to start round 6. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
The straight right just misses. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? How do that? Did you see that? Oh, heavy shot, and Klitschko is now seeing stars. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. I'm worried about the... And there's the bell for round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Nice defense on that hook. The straight right just misses. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And he did not take that well at all, Klitschko. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Brown bomber in some trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now. Whoa, Johnny! Klitschko is stumbling around. He's got to find himself here. Klitschko in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how much recovery they saw. And before they get knocked down, they choose to go down on their own and take a knee.
Best thing the fighter did. Otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
Don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Incredible work rate. Punch caught him clean. Beautiful overhand. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Beautiful counter shot. He blocks the hook. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over. Did you see that? Klitschko in big trouble. Can he make his way out of it? Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Stamina is always an issue. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That hook was off target. A lot of effort. Hold it right there. Chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
Even I've got to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
He prevents that left uppercut from scoring. He did not take that well at all, Klitschko. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor. And there's the bell to start round 10. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Is stumbling around. He's got to find himself here. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle.
We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
Shot from the gods. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change that.
Oh my God, Johnny! Klitschko in big trouble. Can he make his way out of it? And right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the...
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.